hello, good morning, and welcome back once again here in Diversity in Unity as the show of today. I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope that you guys are ready for today's show. It's going to be a great show, and it's going to be as well influencing like all the shows previously shows. And we want to say thank you guys for your comments on the previous shows. I hope that it was really good because many of your comments were really positive, which we appreciate. My name is Jenny, and I'm with brother Eli. How you doing, Eli?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Too
How are you?
excited for today?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like
Much
last
you.
time we had a good show. It was really amazing for Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and today I hope that it's still somehow
So,
Valentine, but somehow learning much about
so,
how should we make our everyday relationships a Valentine.
did you celebrate Valentine?
Oh, why not? I told you that I do have to celebrate Valentine.
For me, it was
However,
like,
the situation could be, it has to be a celebration.
but it was not hot. Huh?
Well, I don't think it was that much here
Maybe so.
in our country, but I think all around the world
It
people
was
did celebrate
because of the
Valentine.
advice from our two previous guests about it to be vigilant and get prepared
Yeah,
financially.
to be vigilant and prepared financially. But I'm so thankful that Valentine is not just about people who are married or couples. It's also about sharing love to the ones that you love, to your families, to your friends. So it's a good thing. Everyone can celebrate Valentine. Yeah. So,
Yes.
people, I hope that today, as we head into the show and as we head into the topic of today, you want to know who do we have today. You want to know what do we have today for you, and it is great as well. It is great because we are always preparing something to inspire you, to influence you, to towards something good for your future, for your present. I know that if you're struggling with a lot of issues in relationships or in love or in marriage, today is yours. Today the show is for you. You have to stay with us and you have to note something because you are going to learn something today. You're young, you're old, you're really going to learn something today, right, Ellie?
So, what's about those who are dating?
Oh, pretty much for those who are dating who are not yet married because I know that people who are dating, I know they're struggling. Okay, it's good days. It's good days because nobody likes to be single when they're in their age of dating, but it's also a time of difficulties of meeting something new because you're getting to learn that person you're
Yeah.
dating and everything comes, you have to be ready for that. What's
Yeah.
coming tomorrow? Or today was like this, what's coming tomorrow? Kind of thing. But
Make a non-turning back choice.
yeah, and we also have to say congratulations to those who passed the dating time and are now getting married. Saturday is a marriage kind of thing. So we really want to say thank you so much, guys, for being here with us, for sharing loads on your comments, because it also shows that you are with us, you are watching, and you're learning something. Yeah. So before we head into today's topic, like you guys are going to see on the screen, it is about love or lust. Last time we talked about love, but today we're also going to contradict that. Love or lust?
Two words with the same letters,
Yeah, with the same
both,
starting letters.
but
Yeah,
totally different, or
yeah.
opposite.
Someone who created, like, who came up with the names has to be wise. Love or lust.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have something to tell us about this topic, love or lust?
Just quote from two books in one
Oh,
or 2 minutes. I
okay.
will not go beyond.
Share us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have two books. The one called Five Love Languages.
Oh,
This is the
five
title.
love languages.
Yeah.
Do you
Uh,
have love languages?
Yeah, I
You
have
know,
here.
some one day a person asked me, "Do you have a love language?" I was like, "I don't even know what
Oh,
is love language."
so
But
you will know.
oh, maybe we're gonna learn
Yeah, it was
that today
written
from our
by
guest.
Kerry Chapman.
Yeah.
I think he's an American.
Okay, share with us.
Uh, it was published in 2004. Then, love language number one is words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah, encouraging, kind, and humble words to your
Oh,
partner.
okay,
Then,
that's
love
amazing.
language number two is quality time.
Quality time.
Yes,
What?
he meant giving someone your undivided attention.
Oh, wow,
Uh,
giving attention
yeah.
to that
Not
person.
half time on your
Yeah,
telephone screen,
that's a really love language. Yeah,
on your heart.
yeah.
So,
Mm.
then number three is receiving gifts.
Oh,
You
gifts.
know,
What about giving gifts? Receiving and not
here
giving? I hope it's
the
vice
language
versa,
is
right?
only receiving gifts. Of course, you receive what is
Okay,
given.
so that person, when he gives you, then it's a love, it's a sign of love.
Yeah, it
That's a
could
good
be,
one.
but he emphasized that gifts and money. If you are to become an effective gift giver,
Mm.
you may have to change your attitude about money. Not
Oh,
necessarily to give your partner to be always money as gift.
yeah.
Then he said he talked about the gift of self. Here is a
Giving yourself to that
uh-huh,
person.
gift of presence, being
Presence.
there when your spouse needs you.
How's that different from quality time?
These are sub the gifts and
Okay.
money and
Mm.
the gifts of self. They are all
Oh, okay.
under giving time.
Oh,
Then
wow.
number four is acts of service. By acts
Mm.
of service, he meant doing things you know your spouse would like you to do. Then the last one is physical touch.
Wow.
He said that physical touch is also a powerful vehicle for communicating
For
marital
communicating
love.
to your partner.
Here, he meant
Oh, okay.
holding hands,
Wow. Love has its own
hug,
language.
or kiss,
Love has its own language.
then sexual
Amazing.
intercourse as well.
Okay.
This
For
is
married people?
about love.
For married people?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
by Chapman. Then just one sentence about lust.
Last.
Yeah, it was written by Charles Ayanasari. He is a bishop.
Okay.
It was published in 2014,
What did he
which the
say?
title is Dealing with Sex, Lust, Love, and Sexual Sins. Then,
Yes.
just a quote, he said that lust starts as a seed, is conceived as an evil desire, and gives birth to sin. That is,
Wow.
yeah. So,
That's a quote
um,
from the
here
Bible.
we have you know a reality about mathematics.
Hmm.
We all know that 1 plus 1 equals
Equals to.
to that the reality, but love says no to that in some time.
So love says not to last.
Yeah, it no to that 1 plus 1 equals
Oh,
to
to
2.
okay, yeah. Love
Sometimes
says
love
one
says
plus one equals
equals to
one.
1. So we will
I
learn
know.
more about that. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope you guys are getting now in touch with what we are talking about on love or lust. But we're gonna go more through this topic, and we're going to invite in our guests so that we don't share with you guys what we're not experienced. We
Yes.
have to bring in the people who are experienced, and we are really sure that today's guests are going to be the best for this show. And Let's not take long.
An amazing couple.
Yeah, an amazing couple. Let's not take long and see who they are. And as we come back with them, I hope you guys are going to stay with us, enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Here we come again. It's Diversity in Unity, 54 African Ambassadors of Influence. My name is Jenny and I am hosting with Eli today's show with a topic called Love or Lust. I hope you guys are enjoying very well. So, we just took a short break and we wanted to invite in our guests of today. Let's warmly welcome our guest of today, who is Mr. Antonio and Miss Aliyah. Welcome to
Wow,
the show.
wow.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Warm
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
How you guys feeling?
Good.
You guys look very cool.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love this couple. Anyway, thank you guys for
you. No problem.
making time for us and being here. And I hope you're ready to inspire and, give people the best you have.
Yeah, we'll do the best we can.
Yeah, so I hope at least starts with a welcome of the TikTok question.
Okay.
So, it's our pleasure to host you. But we have just a TikTok talk. Have lip to lip kiss. Is it allowed, especially for those who are not married? Lip to lip kiss.
Is it allowed for those who are not married?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not going to say no, but okay, let's just start here. You shouldn't be kissing anyone if you're not at least in a relationship with them. I mean, there's so many things that you can contract just from kissing.
Yeah.
And mono is one of them. So you shouldn't be kissing anyone if you're not in a relationship. But if it's, a part of intimacy is showing, a part of showing intimacy is, touch and kiss. So I'm not going to say you shouldn't kiss maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend. But, I mean, it's okay. As long as that's as far as it goes.
Okay.
Depending on the culture, we go there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does depend on the culture.
And to
Yeah.
fiances, right? I could say.
I mean, yeah. If you're engaged to be married,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, cool.
But
Okay.
depending on the culture.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a TikTok question for Mrs. Aliyah.
Even he can give us his opinion about
Okay.
that.
I would say I kind of feel the same way because, I think if, you're not really in a relationship, shouldn't be going around just, kissing people because, for the exact reasons Aaliyah just said, every culture is different. You know, some people maybe they cannot until they're married, so it does depend on the culture, where you're from, how you were raised, whatever they tell you in the household. So unfortunately people will do what they want to do, but as far as us, you know we were together before we did any of these things. Yeah.
Great. So, like I said, I have a TikTok question for Mrs. Aliyah, and that is, what made you attracted to Mr. Antonio?
Look at him.
Okay,
No.
okay.
Okay, so we met in college.
Oh,
And I think it was a mutual thing. When we walked past each other, we kind
yeah,
of both gave each other that look.
yeah,
Like,
that,
Wow.
it was like, who's that? Who's that? And
yeah.
funny story, I was friends with the security guard at the college. And I ran up to her and I was like, it's a boy that I saw and I like him. And she was like, who? And I'm like, he has braids, he's cute, you know. And she was like, I think I know who you're talking about. And she told him, my friend likes you.
Oh
Wow.
my
And I didn't even know.
God. Wow.
And when he found out, I worked in the computer science lab at at our college, and he came up to me and we started talking, and he introduced himself, and yeah, and it was from there we've been friends. It was a friendship first, you know,
Yes.
hanging out and just
Yeah.
getting to know each other, and then we started dating, and then we got married.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, and to add to that, I the security guard, I knew who she was talking about because when I would come to class, she would be talking to the security guard sometimes. So when I saw the security guard, she told me. I already knew who it was because I remember the day before we walked in the hallway and we passed each other. So I already knew who it was. I didn't know what class she was in, but I remember one day I passed by and she was in, I think it was a science lab.
Oh,
And that's when I spoke to her. And then it's true. I mean, we just started hanging out. I mean,
yes.
it was funny, but it's always something that I remember because, you know, when I think back now, it's like it's how our life got started. You know,
Wow.
you don't know how your life is going to be. You know, you can't map out how your life is going to be.
Quick question about that. What made her say yes to you?
Oh,
What tricks did you have to use for her to say yes, from boyfriend to fiance to your wife?
you know, I'm just thankful that she did say yes. To be honest, I just tried to be the best boyfriend that I could have been at the
Wow,
time, best
amazing.
fiance. Um, you know, nothing very, very, very
Mrs.
special,
Aaliyah,
but
did he?
Was he the best boyfriend?
Yeah.
He was.
Wow.
He really was. He's, and he's a great husband. He was very attentive to my needs, even now.
Wow.
You
I
know,
like that.
just caring. My family loved him. Our families get along. That's important. You know, you have to make sure. A lot of people say, oh, well, you're not really marrying the family, but you really are. You understand? You want to make sure that your mom can get along with his mom. And even though at the end of the day, you two are married with each other, or, you still want the families to get along. It's I have friends who are married and the families don't get along. So it makes it hard to go around family events and bring the family together. His family they come to, my family reunions that we have, and
Wow, he was the best boyfriend.
yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was.
and she was the best girlfriend. I mean,
Wow.
I couldn't ask for anything else. The good thing is we were both kind of on the same path. We were both hard workers. We both went to school.
Amazing.
And like I said, it was just meant for us to connect.
So which place was that?
I'm sorry.
The
Where,
place
the
you were.
place where you guys were
Oh,
staying. Yeah.
well, we're from New Jersey in America.
Oh, New
Wow.
Jersey.
Okay. The school that we were going to was in Jersey City.
Yeah.
It's called Hudson County Community College.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's not like a university. It's more like a a community college.
Community
so community
college,
college
yeah.
is more within the town.
Yes, yeah.
So, we were both. She was living in Jersey City. I was living in the next town over, which is Union City, and this is how we connected because once I started going to college, I was always in Jersey City. So this is how we really started, just hanging out all the time when I wasn't in school, and then even there, I mean, we started just being together all the time, And
So-
then I'm sorry to cut you off, but then
Yeah, it's
even she met my parents. She met my parents, my mom. My mom loved her right away, It
Wow.
was good. It was good. You know, we've been lucky, like she said. Our families always have gotten along. Her family treated me with open arms, so it was pretty easy.
That
Yeah, it was
was
pretty easy.
that was like
Yeah,
meant to be.
yeah,
Yes.
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. That's amazing.
yeah.
So, how do you guys know, each one of you, how did you guys know it wasn't love? I mean, it wasn't lust, it was love. I don't think in your age it was that easy to differentiate.
No, when we met, I was 19 and he was 20.
Oh.
So, of course, when you're that age, the lust is going to be there. You don't love someone as soon as you meet them. Love is more than, oh, this person looks good.
Yeah.
No, you want to be able, when you love someone, you don't just love the physical. You
Yeah.
love the spirit. You love the mind. You understand? So it's mind,
Yes,
body, and
yes,
soul
number
that you
one.
love. I
Oh.
didn't know it was mine.
Yeah. And for me, I knew because I knew I just wanted to be with her.
Oh, wow.
You know, we were hanging out for a few years before we became a couple, and I knew that I wanted to be just with her.
Hanging are like friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hanging out
going
like
to the
friends,
movies.
That's the
movies,
way.
going
That's
out
the
to
good
eat.
way to start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I knew. That's how I knew. Me personally, that's how I knew. When I knew that I just wanted to be with her.
Wow.
Yeah, you know when you're with someone, you will know because if you have lust, you're still gonna think about other people.
Yes, you
You
can
know,
think about
but
other people.
when you don't and you love someone, you're going
It's
to
still
think of
her,
just this
just
person.
her.
And this is how you know. So it's always going to depend on the individual. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
every person has a different path. Every person has different ways of how they express their feelings.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's always going to be down to that person or
Wow.
that couple
So
to
here,
decide if they really
here's
love
the
each other.
thing I learned from that. It's like when it's lust, you can still think about other people.
Yeah.
Like you can still have a lot of choices.
Yeah.
But when it's love, you're really immersed into that person. You don't even think about others.
This is.
Exactly.
That's a great
exactly.
tip for today.
Yeah.
Love or lust. Yeah, we're learning already.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so Eli has another question for you
Sure.
guys.
Yeah.
But we're done with the TikTok questions already.
Yeah.
We're heading
Yeah.
to
That was
the
that was
topic.
painless. That was good. That was good.
Okay.
We're gonna dig deep into the topic now. As we welcomed you on the high table. This is how we call it. Uh, suppose that, let's assume that um, even if it is not our wish,
Okay.
if you were given the chance number two to remarry, what will be, you see, could be the cause of that remarriage?
Oh, 100%.
How do you even know that
him.
he will still choose her or she will still
Mm.
choose him?
Oh yeah, it's not a
I
question.
think you should guys start by that. Would you still choose him? Would you still choose him?
I would still choose him. My life is good with him. I would still choose him.
Would you still choose her?
Of course, absolutely. I mean, even with a lot of things in my life is because of my wife.
Okay.
You know, it's every person, they're different, but this is what brings you together and it makes you become whole. So whatever I was lacking, she was pushing me to have, and whatever she's lacking, I can push her to have. So I mean, it wouldn't even be a question.
So what is that big thing? Like he asked that is going to push you to remarry that person if given a choice to remarry.
I would say just
Like
to,
what is that thing that you think about? I can never. I'm not going to go away from this. I will stay with this until the rest of my life.
well, we've talked about it all the time. I want to grow old. I want to be old and successful with her. That's it.
Wow.
That's the plan. So whatever
Mrs.
it
Alia,
takes.
you should
So
know those words
minus
of
her,
affirmation.
there is no success for you. Minus her,
Minus her,
there is no success.
there's no minus her. There's no success that's worth anything.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you can be successful on your own, or you can be successful with your partner, your wife. But if you have someone and you lose that person,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everything feels empty.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, you can be successful, but it's not the same.
Wow.
Especially if you start on a journey together,
Yeah.
you want to end the journey together,
Together. Yeah. Till
and
the end.
that's what we did. You know.
You guys are beautiful together.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What
He's
is
my
that thing that you don't want to?
he's my peace.
Wow.
And that means a lot. He is my peace. He's the one that calms me in certain situations. He's my peace.
So minus him, there is no peace.
Then,
Definitely.
he's someone that, when we were back in the States and we were working our 9 to 5 jobs, I looked forward to coming home to. Not everybody can say that. Not everybody is happy in their marriage where they want to come home to their significant other.
Yeah.
And he's my peace.
Wow. Speaking of that, you guys did a 9 to 5 job and then you quit and then you're now doing your own business. I hope the people who are watching already saw the profiles because it is mentioning your business, guys, and doing a coffee shop thing, and you're together in this business.
Yes.
And you guys did a 9 to 5 job, a quit, and come back to this business.
Yeah, I mean, we did a 9 to 5 job in the States, plus we are realtors.
Oh,
So
wow,
we've
realtors,
always had an entrepreneur spirit in us.
Oh, wow.
But sometimes when you work a 9 to 5, it's hard for you to just focus on your business that you have. So, when we came to Rwanda, this was our first time experiencing it together. So I was like, let's go to Africa. We've never been to Africa. We've
So-
traveled to different
So
places.
you guys choose Rwanda. Among
It
Oh,
was,
yeah.
it was
Yes.
when?
countries. Oh,
When?
we're blessed to be
Um,
here.
we came
Rwanda.
here
We're
last-
blessed.
Last year.
last year.
Last year in February.
Indeed, we are
Actually, today
blessed.
I think
So
we
you
came.
celebrate one
I think
year.
literally it's 1 year today.
Wow.
We came
it's
on the
the-
17th
Wow.
of February.
No,
Ellie,
yeah,
can
the
you
18th.
believe
Wow.
these guys?
Right,
They
you're right.
chose Rwanda among
Absolutely.
all African countries. Oh my God, we're blessed.
And they,
Oh, yeah.
they celebrate
Absolutely.
their anniversary here
Yeah.
Wow.
in our house.
Today, happy birthday.
We arrived
We
in the
did.
evening.
We didn't know.
Happy
we arrived in the
anniversary.
evening in Kanombe
Wow.
last year.
Wow.
Wow.
Because
So
now that I
today
didn't
should
even
be
think about it until right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
today should be a special day.
it is. It is.
It is.
You know, because in the States, like Aaliyah said, we are realtors and we also have a real estate company.
Yeah.
And when we left our jobs, we were doing the real estate. And we always wanted to leave the States and move somewhere. And we just started watching other people that were moving from other countries, and they were in Rwanda. So we were watching. We were studying for more than a year.
Yeah.
Before we actually made the move, we were studying everything, learning how you can open a business here, learning how to live here, how the food is.
Wow.
And then we decided this was the best choice because we did look in other places in Africa,
Wow.
but this was the best choice.
Yeah.
So
And it is still the best choice.
And
Yeah.
you made
Happy.
the best choice, by the way.
Yeah,
It's a
we
good.
did.
So
We're
for
very happy. Here.
so for now, it's one African coffee shop,
It's One Africa Cafe.
Wow.
One Africa
And,
Cafe.
I
Nice-
came
nice
up with
name.
that name
Nice
because
name.
I wanted us. Africa has so many different countries,
Yeah.
and as Black people, we tend to divide ourselves. And One Africa is we're one.
Yeah, we're one.
We're one.
Wow.
And if we can't look, I'm not political, but we can come together with food. We
Yeah.
can come together with music.
Well, for
You
sure.
Although I'm Black American, you guys are from,
Wow.
you're
Yeah, but we share
Rwandese,
that we are
but
Africans.
We're still Africans, and at the same time, we have culture differences, but we
Oh,
have
yeah.
similarities.
Wow.
For sure.
So
It's a great.
that's what that name represents.
That's
We're
a
one.
great. That's a
Wow.
very great name.
Wow.
So how is it running? One cafe, one African cafe, one Africa
One
cafe.
Africa.
How is it running it here in Kigali?
It's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's doing pretty good. It's actually in Mamuji. And, as any business, it starts off slow.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Because you're new,
Yeah. People get to.
people need to get to know us.
Exactly. So we We were in Chichuchiro for about 7 months, and now we have just shifted to Mamuji. So
Yeah.
Mamuji, we have been about a week in Mamuji.
It's a
So
big
in
area.
town,
Yeah,
People,
it's
you
a big
mean?
area.
yeah,
We're
it's a
right
big
down.
area.
We're
People
right
get
down the
from
street
there,
from
yeah.
Makuza Plaza.
Wow.
We're right on the fourth floor. So, in this location, it's kind of, we still have some of our clients that were in Chichuchiro. They're coming to Mamuji. But we're trying to just, reach out to some other clients because we're doing something different that's not seen in Mamuji, which is the all you can eat buffet.
Yeah.
Most buffets is per plate.
Yeah.
But here, you can get as many plates as you want.
Okay,
You
so
can eat all you want. And you pay per person.
I am gonna ask you this question.
Sure.
How was it, you guys, when you guys were doing a 9 to 5 job?
Okay.
You had your job, he had his job.
Yeah.
So how is it working together right now? All day together, every day together.
It's good.
Couples do have conflicts,
Sure.
and you guys are here 1 year in Kigali, and whatever you've been together for, how many years you've been together,
Yeah.
however long you've been together. How are you guys working together the same? I mean, the whole day together,
Yeah.
and the conflicts that might rise up. How do you guys solve that and keep going?
I actually like it. I mean, it's better than a 9 to 5, so I'll take it any day
Okay.
over a 9 to 5. I like it. I mean, yes, there are going to be some disagreements. There are going to be some arguments that we may have, but at the same time, we've learned that we can come together. We sit down. We're able to execute a plan for what we want,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and I like it.
And the other thing is, we're both, we're good at different tasks. So, when you have a business, there's many avenues in the business,
Yes.
right? You have marketing, you have doing things like this. Then you have the other things. You have finding suppliers, execution of whatever you need to be done. So we actually, we split what we have to do, so it makes it a little bit easier,
Wow, that's
Um,
amazing.
and that's kind of how we can kind of coexist doing the business. But it's not easy. It won't be easy for anyone, especially if you're not willing to listen to your wife, or you're not willing to listen to your husband, because there's gonna be things that you do not see eye to eye. It's that's the way it is.
So under one umbrella, which is love,
Yeah.
everything is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to make it work, because
Yeah.
love is not the only thing that's going to keep you together.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's not, because love is strong enough, when you love each other, strong enough to know that you want to be with this person. But if you have many things that you can't get in order, even that will not save a marriage or a relationship. So you really have to work. You really have to work to try to do better. And me speaking from experience, you have to change your ways. When you're a certain way that doesn't work for
Yeah.
your
For your
other-
partner, yeah.
for your partner, you have to change, and you have to make a conscious effort to change. Because sometimes, I know myself, and a lot of men, we can be stubborn, we could be in our ways, but you have to change. You have to, because if you do not change, then you're just for yourself. You're not for your partner.
Yes.
Then my last question. You come to celebrate 1 year here,
Yes.
and as I said, you made a right choice to be
Yes.
here. As we have one of the top best coffee in Africa, so we
Yes.
get the raw materials is enough here, I think, and I believe you will not miss or lack. So our main topic here is about love or lust.
Yes.
And as we shared, love has, according to the writer of the book, has its 5 love languages. But we have one common love tongue or language, if I may say, which is across cultural boundaries,
Sure.
Africa, America. So
Yes.
after reaching here, how did you compare the love over there and the love here? Is there any similarity, or there's some differences?
Because of the culture, there are some differences, But honestly, it's people are people. So there are things that are kind of the same. In America, when a man and a woman decides that they want to take on each other as, I guess, husband and wife, there might be things that are done before marriage. Over here, I notice most of the young people tend to wait.
Yeah.
Which is good, I think.
It's a
And I
culture
think that's
thing.
and I think that's really good because you shouldn't just share yourself with anyone.
Wow.
A lot of times, you know, people don't realize when you lay with certain people and they're not for you, the trauma that they have in their
The
life.
soul ties you bring in.
Yes, yes, and it's hard to cut soul
Yeah.
ties.
Yeah.
But when you wait and you get to know the person and you actually fall in love, like I said, with their mind
Yeah.
versus the physique and the body,
Yeah.
and just our love language for me and him, we still date each other. We still have conversations where we can sit and we can
Yeah.
laugh and we
I
can
love
giggle.
that.
Our daughter was telling us the other day, she was like, I couldn't go to sleep because you guys were in there just giggling and laughing and stuff. And it's like
Imagine.
we were literally just
It's like-
having a conversation about our day. Simple things of when like if I'm not at the cafe and I do the marketing side.
Yeah.
So sometimes I can work from home. So if I'm not at the cafe and he comes in from the cafe, simple things as, hey baby, how was your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
it's
call him baby
amazing.
or honey.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
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 Of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
We're learning. I hope you guys who's watching are learning. Yeah.
Yes.
And one rule I do have about marriage, especially for the ones who are about to get married and then the ones who are already married, don't tell your business to other people, to your family members. Yes, you want them to get along, but they aren't in the intimate part of your marriage, the everyday part of your marriage. So if you have an argument, it's not for your mom, your auntie, your sister, your cousin, or anybody else to know.
It's between you
Because
two. Only you two.
because you may have a disagreement and it's easy for a man to forgive his wife or a wife to forgive her husband, but it's hard for the outsiders to forgive them.
because
And now when you take them around, your mom is kind of saying things like, "Oh,
you tolerate
or-
much.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, and you're like, well, I've forgiven him, and she might not be able to.
Yeah.
So keep your personal business to yourself, your arguments to yourself, your finances to yourself.
Yes.
It's okay to celebrate your wins with your family members and your loved ones.
Yeah.
That's fine, but you don't need to tell them about your bank account information and how much your husband is making and keep your sex life to yourself. That's not for everybody to know.
This is family
But I
secret.
think that would be hard for someone who married the other one for lust, like through lust.
Yeah.
No love. Maybe she was after his money, his physique, kind of thing. I don't think if those guys get an argument or are in conflict, are they going to forgive each other that easily when there's no love?
In this case, I would say, most people will not. The thing is with situations like that is one person is in love and the other isn't. So one person is liable to be more forgiving, because if you really love someone, it's difficult. It'll be difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, someone can do almost anything to you, and you maybe will forgive them. I've known people like this, and you don't understand. We don't understand from the outside, but the person, whatever they're feeling, they can have a feeling of being separated. They can't be alone. They get all these thoughts. Many people. So I guess my advice would always be, don't rush into it. Don't rush into trying to get married. Don't look for love. Let it find you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because this is what I hear a lot of, even here.
Let it
back
find
in-
you. Even for men,
yeah.
you advise men to
Yeah.
let
Let it listen. Like for example, you know, I was speaking to someone, a friend that I have here, and they just tell me they have a plan. Like, okay, when I'm 32, I want to get married. I go, listen, and I tell them, I go, that's great, but don't go looking for it. You'll find it. I mean, you have to put yourself out there. You go to different places, but don't just rush and you may think that you love someone when you really don't.
Just to get married at a
Because when you
certain
do that,
age.
you
Yeah.
can. Because one thing that I don't think I've ever seen here is I don't really see any divorce. But in the States, you will see this
You
a
will
lot of
see
this.
Oh my
divorce.
Some
God, I
people
would
be
like
our
to.
age
You
and
guys,
married three
you
times.
guys, I was about to ask you this.
Yeah.
We are having a high number of divorces here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it is increasing every day, even for Christian people.
That's sad.
And
It's sad.
we would like you guys to let us know if you even advise or take a divorce as something you could consider, especially into a Christian marriage or
Yeah.
Christian couple, but even for others as well, because,
Yeah.
like you said, it was through lust, not through love, and
Yeah.
then when they get into marriage, trouble comes in,
Wow.
or conflicts comes in, and then the other one is not able to tolerate.
Yeah.
One is in love, the other is not in love, and
Exactly.
then finally divorces come. We are
Yeah.
having a lot of divorces.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that because, you know, I personally I don't believe in wanting to have a divorce. I don't. My parents, they've been married for it's going on maybe 50 years, you know, and I've always grew up with my parents. I don't wish a divorce on anyone.
No.
I really don't because I can't even imagine how hard it
They
is.
say divorce is like a death. My parents were married for 17 years. My father passed. So, I mean, we grew up in a household with two parents. But what I can say is, I think the reason why the number for divorce is going higher than
Yeah.
it should be is because people are getting married for lust.
Yeah.
People aren't building the friendship.
They're rushing.
Get to know someone.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think that's what it is.
and
Please.
you'd be surprised. You may get to know someone and say, "This person is better off as my friend,"
Mm.
and I'm good with that. And
Yeah.
I'd rather just stay a friend with this person, and then you find someone and and you feel that person is worth worth you marrying and being your wife or your husband. Get to know the friendship is first. Get to know the person. A lot of people, you have men, they see women, she might have a nice physique, and the first thing they want to do is, oh, I want to, get in the bed
Yeah,
with her.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well then now she's pregnant, so I might be forced to
Or
marry
to marry that
her.
person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you need to get to know the person first.
Wow, that's a great advice for people who are married, which
Yeah.
is going to help them to not fall into divorce issues. But as we conclude, we would like you guys to advise the young people who are watching right now and who want to know, differentiate how they get into relationship with love, not lust, because a lot of people don't even know how to differentiate love or lust. As we conclude, can you guys give advice to people who are watching right now? I hope that everyone who's watching OTV could be in a relationship, could be in a marriage, could be, you need to know about love or lust.
And in their own way of seeing, if they can share us in their own definition about love and lust.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
want to go first?
Yeah. So let's just say love. Like I said, love is loving the person's mind, getting to know that person first. Get to know the person's spirit.
Yes.
See if the person has a good heart and they match you. You have to be equally yoked. Okay? Lust. You see someone, you might think, oh, that person is pretty, that person has a nice body. That's lust. Trust me, looks get old very, 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 very quick. You know you love someone when when you're down on your luck and they're
Oh.
still with you.
Oh, wow.
And they can accept you for your flaws. And they can also not just accept you, but they can put you in your place
Oh,
for
yeah.
your flaws in a
That's
respectful
amazing.
way. Love comes with not just the beat of the heart, but it comes with respect. I should be able to respect you. I should be able to tell you about your wrongs. And you should be able to accept that I can tell you about
Yeah.
your wrongs.
Okay.
So,
And for me, for the men, I would say when you love someone and you really know that you love someone, it's when you know that you have to change. You have to change your habits. If you're with someone and you really love them, you think of them, and you can ask yourself simple questions. Where do you see yourself with this person in 20 years or 50 years? Will you
Good.
die for this person?
Oh
Will
my
you
God.
protect this person? These are questions that are,
Oh,
these are questions
triggering
that,
questions.
Yeah.
but,
Test love.
but it's real. It's
Oh,
real. And then the other question is, you see someone, they look good, you know, what do you really think you want to do with this person? Do you see yourself with this person? This is how I think you can separate yourself from love and lust, because if you just want to be with someone that you see, you know,
For the
you're not gonna
Yeah.
die for this person.
No.
You're not gonna think of a future with this person. Maybe you'll think about the next time you can see this person to do whatever you want to do, but you're not gonna think of a lifetime with this person. This is how you can separate, your idealism of love and lust. You think about how much this person means to you, what will you be willing to do for this person? If you're willing to do anything for this person,
yes.
then you love that person.
Oh, that's amazing. I hope you guys watching OTV right now, Diversity in Unity. Love or lust, you really now understand how to differentiate love and lust. And you really learn from this beautiful couple here how you can go through any conflicts that you might have. You should talk, you should get to understand the person, respect that person. They shared a lot, right, Ali? And we're really thankful for what you guys shared with us. It was really a great package.
Thank
For,
you.
for those who are in relationship or those who are dating, for those who are married, it's a really great package.
And can I say one more thing
Yes.
about dating?
Yes.
It's okay to date. Before you get married, I actually advise young girls, because I'm a woman, of course,
Yes.
to date.
Yeah.
Go out and date. I know it may sound like if I say date as many guys as you want, it may
Yeah,
sound
I
a little, but go on dates. Understand, just because you go on that date, that doesn't mean you have to do other activities. A date can be going to the movies, going to a coffee shop like One Africa Cafe, having a dinner,
Yes.
That's right, that's right.
talking over, a nice meal or a milkshake, and literally getting to know this person. You don't have to lay with that person. You're dating that person. You're going out on dates. This is how you'll know if the person is right for you or not.
Wow.
And that, you're at the dating stage. Now, when you're about to get married, then of course you should have stopped all the
Yeah.
dating and stuff like that. But like I said, when you're married, your marriage is your marriage.
Wow. Thank you
true.
so much, Mrs. Aaliyah.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so much, Miss Antonio. We
you.
really,
Thank you.
really appreciate having you here for this show. Exactly.
We appreciate
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And we would like to say good luck with the business.
Yes, thank
and
you.
Thank you.
blessings ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Same to you both.
Yeah.
Same to you both.
Thank you, Ali, for also the good questions you put in.
Then my last saying:
Yes.
love never vanishes.
Never.
It never vanished.
Oh, love is it like love never
Never
fails?
fails. Like we have seen it.
We have a testimony.
Mhm.
They are the testimony that love never fails. So thank you guys for watching OTV Diversity in Unity was the show, and thank you guys. I know that you learned a lot. Thank you for staying with us, but we would also like to say that we have a supporting scripture from the Bible, which is going to be on the screen as we close. And we would like to say thank you for watching. Let's see each other next time, and goodbye.
It is written in the Bible. In the book of James, chapter 1, verse 15. Lust gets pregnant and has a baby. Sin. Sin grows up to adulthood and becomes a real killer.